Garnett aggressive, looking for a shot early. Gets inside, and the finish. Allen, a three. That's good. Ray Allen answers right back.
Goes out to Pierce, well behind the line. Hits a number three anyway, and Paul Pierce adding to his NBA Finals legend.
Hello, everyone, and welcome inside our new NBA TV studios. I'm Aldridge, and joining me to take an inside look at the reigning world champions, 13-year NBA vet Eric Snow. Great to be out here with you.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Well, as we talk about the champions of the NBA, we just saw examples of how Boston's captain and the two new guys lived up to all of the hype in the NBA Finals last June. And as we preview and discuss the Celtics' chances for the upcoming season, do we have to start with their big three once again?
Yeah, they set the tone last year. Emotionally, they came in and they made sure that they demand what they demanded, that they come out and they play well, and they did it, but they set that tone.
Yeah, it's a mindset, and they definitely backed everything up, and of course have the championship in the back pocket right now. We take a look at some of the numbers for the green team, and look at the scoring margin. Okay, a double-digit margin of victory that ranked first in the NBA, league best 31-10 road record, and of course the 17th title.
Yeah, that's what was most important, that 17th title. They were able to come out, and the city of Boston wanted one. They wanted one. They came out and they got it done.
Well, let's talk about some of the things that might be in the way of winning another championship, like change for the C's. The one key loss for the Celtics, super sub James Posey left the team for New Orleans via free agency. He provided strong support both offensively and defensively, often assigned to shut down the opposing team's best scorer. He did all those little things that you don't necessarily see in the box score. His effort and hustle will be missed by both Celtic fans and, of course, head coach Doc Rivers.
Well, I don't think anybody feels the James Posey role. He was special for us, and he had his own little niche with our basketball team, and I'm not going to try to fill that. I think a bunch of guys have to just do what they do. You know, Tony Allen being one of the guys that I would point out. He just has to be Tony Allen. He's not going to be James Posey. They are completely different basketball players, and that's fine by me.
Coach mentions Tony Allen. Left knee surgery sidelined him for the final 48 games of the 06-07 season, and he was affected by that last season, although he was out there working. He, Gabe Pruitt, and Darius Miles hope to kind of pick up for Posey. What about the game of this young fellow, though, Eric?
Tony Allen, nice young man. I think he's coming out. He'll do well for them. I think the one thing that you have in the NBA that you can learn from is an example. Posey came in there, taught him how to win, taught him how to play championship basketball, as well as the big three, and I think he'll do well because he was able to see what he should do out there on the court every night.
And just like Posey, Tony Allen was a free agent, had some uncertainty this offseason, actually thought he was going to be going to play in Oklahoma City, but they signed C.J. Miles to an offer sheet that was matched by the Jazz, and Allen kind of took that as a slap in the face, and look, he's back in Boston, so we hope the best for him. However, the biggest obstacle to the Celtics being able to repeat actually comes from the front offices in several Eastern Conference cities. There have been some talent upgrades for some of Boston's rivals, and Paul Pierce and company weighed in on which teams stand in their way.
Philly, with the way they played last year, and they're only going to get better with the addition of Elton Brand, a great player, 20-10 guy, all-star, to the young guys they already have. So you got to look at them as one of the teams in the East.
You always have LeBron James. You know, he's a great player, wonderful player. And now he has some new, players on his team to help him.
Our conference is difficult. I think Toronto got better. I think Philly got better. It's not one team that I can pick. I think, when you play against teams in this league, and then make the acquisitions that these teams have made, the motivation is to be tough.
And now we take a look at some of those changes the Celtics were talking about. Jermaine O'Neal in Toronto, Mo Williams to Euro stomping grounds, Eric Snow, Cleveland, Elton Brand in Philadelphia. Does this mean that the road will definitely be harder in the East for Boston?
Yeah, definitely. I think all three of those teams have improved. Orlando Magic has a year under their belt. Getting Tony Battie back, who I think will be huge to help them and Dwight Howard. So I think it'll definitely be tougher for Boston to repeat this season.
Well, for Boston, we already started this show by talking about their big three, which would normally be the case. You have to start the discussion with them. But you want to talk a little bit about their bench, too, and that will have to be a big part of them to repeat if that indeed is the case for them. And the numbers don't always translate into success, as we see Leon Poe, Eddie House, and the Tony Allen numbers. But two of these guys played extremely well in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, their bench was huge for them. Even though they'll miss Posey and P.J. Brown. Both guys that were instrumental in their championship. But I think that their guys that they have now will help because they still have the big three. So if you put any guys around them that defend, play hard, will definitely help them win.